Hello, I am Mr. J with MrJRelationshipCoach.com, here to give you your weekly dose of vitamin J. I thought I'd give you a few tips and techniques this week on emotional regulation. We're all stressed during this pandemic. Holidays are right in the midst, and it's very easy for our stress level to increase. I mean, it doesn't take much for somebody to cut you off the road and we're ready to go bat crazy. So a few tips and techniques on how to emotionally regulate yourself. Number one, if you are a person of faith, then I suggest pray. You pray in the moment. When you get out of bed in the morning, you pray and you put on that armor of God. If you're not a person of faith, then send your thoughts into the universe. Universe today, I ask that, you tilt in a way that helps me and guides me in A, B, and C. Also, there's what's called situation modification. So let's just say you have to drive by a store every day and you can't stand one of the cashiers at the store. And every time you pass by that store, you get this feeling in your stomach. Well, how about you go a different way to this? You don't pass the store, simply put. And I know this sounds like common sense, but you'd be surprised how many people I talk to on a daily basis. And I hear things like this. Go around the block. Don't go to the store. Now, if you can't, the next thing is situation alteration. If you cannot avoid passing the store where that person annoys you, then how about as you're passing the store, you scream out a positive affirmation, or as you're passing the store, you're belting out to your favorite song. So that's emotional alteration. Also refocus, are you really, what are you thinking about? So many times we get into these habits of thinking this person's did me wrong or this person's a bad person. So how about you think about what you're thinking about and refocus? There's also what's called modulation, which is basically, emotionally regulating yourself with deep breaths. Or with tapping, EFT. I don't know if you guys are familiar with EFT, but it's tapping. There's also what's called, I don't know. Some people this works for, some people it doesn't. But people have studied that if you gently squeeze this inner part of your finger right here, it actually calms your body. Like I said, some people call it a miracle worker. Other people call it ineffective. So it's just another tip and technique you can try. But that's modulation. There's also to decrease your heart rate. To increase your heart rate, but it decreases your stress or emotional regulation, would be some type of movement, some type of exercise. I don't care if that's getting up from your chair and stretching. I don't care if that's exercising 5 days a week. I mean, as you know, these definitely release those endorphins, those feel-good chemicals. So this not only helps you in terms of preventing an emotional dysregulation, but also bringing one down. Also, crack a joke. I mean, definitely, and you can crack a joke about anything in general or about the situation. You're passing the store and the cashier that works there annoys the crap out of you. Crack a joke about the cashier. Hey, you're alone in your car. Who's going to hear it anyway? So it's not going to be offensive necessarily to the person you're cracking on. But certainly laughter is the best medicine. And it also releases some of those, good chemicals too. Also challenge your triggers. So many times our thoughts get the best of us, and we have a thought come in and we let it sit for a second. Next thing you know, it brings us on an emotional roller coaster. So challenge your triggers with facts, not feelings. Also seek out support and self-care. Are you getting your fruits and vegetables, your proper nutrients, a good diet? Are you sleeping well? Are you drinking that water? Do you need to reach out to a coach or a counselor? You have resources, use them. I mean, my Lord, on top of not only this video, there's millions that you can look up on YouTube that give you some self-regulating tips and techniques. And the last thing I want to bring up to your attention and this has definitely been studied and proven very effective, is what's called a gratitude journal. Now, you're probably rolling your eyes saying, yeah. But I just want to put a slight twist to it. What you want to do is write down 3 things you're thankful for and the reasons why. So for instance, and this could be in the morning, this could be throughout the day, this could be at night. Preferably you do it at night because that kind of also prepares you for a good night's sleep. But a gratitude journal with 3 things you're grateful for and why. So for instance, I'm grateful for my shoes. Why? Because there's people out there that don't have any feet. So I'm grateful for that, So what you're grateful for and why. I hope some of these tips and techniques helped you with self-regulation, especially around the holidays. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and so you don't miss any vitamin J's. And I hope to see you here next week. Until next time, take care of yourself and others.